Most agree the current system for special educational needs is failing children like Sanchez from London, who is autistic. He's only 5, but single mum Naisha has already spent years fighting for help. But she now fears new reforms to the system could dilute the support he gets.
He needs the support now. I'm always just met with his needs are not as complex, let's wait and see. But now with these new laws coming in, I'm afraid that there's no longer going to be a wait or hope. I'm now just going to be shut down and my son is never going to get that support that he's legally entitled to.
At a school in Peterborough today, the Education Secretary set out her vision for radical change.
Parents are tired of battling against a system with no face, no heart, no soul.
The long-delayed schools white paper outlines a decade of reform. Education, health and care plans are legal documents setting out the extra help children are entitled to. Under these wide-ranging reforms, only those with the most severe needs will get an EHCP. The shift to the new system starts in 2030 and there will be 3 layers of support: targeted, targeted plus and specialist, with those in the highest tier getting an EHCP. Can you guarantee that no child who's currently getting support for special educational needs will lose that?
So I do completely understand the concerns that parents have, even though they know the system isn't working. When you talk about change and when you want to make change happen, that is a worry, and it's why we've taken the time to listen to parents, to involve them in all of this, and there's more consultation to follow.
But that doesn't sound like a guarantee to me, which is what people want.
So what I can say is that their children will get better support, and that there will be more support available more quickly to a bigger range of children than is the case right now.
Or you want to do the leaf?
There's also £4 billion to make mainstream schools more inclusive. At this Lincolnshire primary school, 20% of pupils have special educational needs and staff are already stretched thin.
I can be having a meeting with a parent and they are saying, we need this. I don't have the answers. I say, this is all I can do at the moment. And actually, I want to be able to do more. I find that the barrier is that either I don't have the money to do it or I don't have the people to go to because it's just not there.
The success or failure of these reforms will depend on resources for schools. Do you think there is enough funding in this?
Well, I think we've heard some numbers today. What I'd like to see is a concrete delivery plan to understand that. And we need, that is the $1 million question. This system is not going to cost less.
This is a complete system overhaul, but improving outcomes for children and getting to grips with soaring costs will be a difficult balance to strike.
So, Sarah, it's important to say this is just a consultation, isn't it, at this stage? So, when will it actually happen?
Well, the changes will be gradual. This is a decade-long plan, and I think that shows just the complexity of the problems. In fact, the Prime Minister said today that this is the issue that comes up most during Prime Minister's questions from all political parties from all parts of the country. Now, the thinking from government is clear here. They want early intervention and more inclusion in mainstream schools. But the scale of the task is vast. 1.7 million children in England currently have special educational needs. And the costs are soaring. £15 billion is the projected amount that will be spent on SEND provision this year. Now, the plans here are bold, they are radical, but they're also, some of them will be unpopular. And I think the main point of contention, as you say, is around the education, health and care plans being reserved for those with the most complex needs. But ministers were really keen to point out today that EHCPs will not be the golden ticket for help and that under the new system, support will be put in earlier by schools without a long legal battle from parents.